Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a new video today. Today I have a Majespecter build that I've been working on, and sorry if I sound kind of rough. I've been sick with COVID. Just coming off. So this is a build I've been testing, and I just want to share it with you, get your thoughts, and I'll give you any updates along the way if I change anything. But let's get right into it. So, 3 Babunku, 3 Crow, 3 of the new Porcupine, and then for 1 Majesty's Pegasus, 1 Cat, 1 Fox, and 1 Toad. So, I'm playing the extra Cat because it's a level 3 and it's a low scale. This is very cuttable. But I'm just giving it a try right now. If I drop it, I'd probably drop the rank 3 I'm playing. But this is just something I'm testing. And then you really only need 1 because you're summoning it. You're searching it and summoning it. And the other half of the deck searches the field spells. And then you play the 1 frog because it dodges droll since it sets from the deck, and then you only need 1 fox. You don't need more than that because you're only really if you need your second trap, you just go for frog. And then for the Majespecter spells and traps, we're playing 3 wind. Your combo to get your link eye out is 1 card off of Crow with wind. So you really want to see it. I'll show you the combo at the end of the game, at the end of the video. And then 1 Cyclone and 2 Tempest. I decided to go with 2 Tempests over the other trap, just because I think game 1 going into what you're not sure you're playing against, the counter trap is better than the regular trap. And then I side the normal trap, and then you have the 1 Cyclone because you can recycle it constantly with Porcupine. And then for the other engine, we're playing Runick cards, and so it's a little different. So it's 3 flashing, 3 freezing, 3 destruction, 3 slumber, 3 tip, and then 1 dispelling. I'm not playing the last one. The idea being that you don't always need to open 2 Runick cards, especially trying to get your field spell, because your Majespecter cards can just go get your field spell. So there's really no... So I decided to cut down 1, but if you wanted to add it back in, honestly, I would just cut the cat for the last Runick spell. And then the last 3 slots of the deck are 3 drolls. The reason why I chose this one over Nib is because it's a wind spellcaster, so you can use it for your Majespecter spells and traps. Worst case, you can summon droll and then attribute it with wind to summon your Majespecters from the deck. So that's why I decided to go with droll in the main. And then for the extra deck, this is going to be really controversial. So I'm only playing the 1 of the Link 2. You can play 2 of this guy, but I don't really see you needing more than 1. And the extra deck is kind of tight. And I'll tell you what you cut to play the second. But really, I use them only for setting up. And I don't really use them beyond that. The combo being Yada search wind, tribute Yada, summon Babunku search, Porcupine, special Porcupine, reset the wind, then link into this guy, and then re-add them back, and boom, there's your high-low scale. That's kind of the main combo with the deck. So yeah, I use them to set up my extra deck, and that's really about it. And then I play the one Wind Charmer with Droll running around. It's actually pretty relevant. You can play the Dark Charmer if you really want. And then one Beyond the Pendulum, one SP Little Knight. If you want to win games, I would recommend picking up SP Little Knight. It's just too powerful to not play. If you're a budget player, then, well, I mean, it's a budget deck, so you can replace this with your second new, or maybe like a Donner or something. But if you really want to like compete in this format, you really should save up the money and invest in a Little Knight, because it's just too generically good. And then we play the one Celine because it's a spellcaster and these are all spellcasters. And then for the Link 4s, I play Appaloosa and Access Code. You can also play IP, but I'm not. I'm also not playing Exceed the Pendulum. And then for the Xyz monsters, I only play one Ryu. I probably wouldn't bump this up to 2. I don't particularly like it very much. It's okay. In my testing, I've never really wanted to. So, I kind of just play the one. It comes up. And then this is a bad card, and you should cut it. But I own an ulti, so I'm playing one Magister Paladin. You would actually play this if you played the full Draco Slayer package. But I own an ulti, so I want to play it. And I've owned it forever and never had an excuse to put it in a deck. In reality, this is what I would cut for the second new. But yeah, this is like, you could cut this and then like add a Typhon. That would probably be better. And then another card that I was convinced was bad, but the more I play with it, the more I actually like it, is Lightning Chidori. This is one of my favorite Xyz monsters. It's the main reason why I decided to pick up the deck when they announced the new cards, because I was like, oh boy, I can play Lightning Chidori. I got my first dead ulti here, and so I thought it was just going to be a meme and that I would eventually cut it if I decided to actually like take this to the event. But the more I play with it, the more I actually really like it. So yeah, I'm probably not going to cut it. You know, like I said, this being a second Ryu and you know, this being a Typhon be a little bit more of a budget option. And then the last one is the Link 3 Gossiping Shadow. It's a wind spellcaster, so you can use it, like even after you use its effects, you can still use it for all your tributes. It's the reason why I play Cat. You can make it before you make Nib, before you get nibbed, but this deck actually stops on 4 summons a lot, so there's really not a reason. But yeah, it's just kind of like a generic negate. And the draw 1 when you're playing Runick cards is better than your opponent, because you can draw 1 into a Runick card and then use that Runick card to draw 3. So I really like Gossip Shadow in Runick decks. So yeah, it's but it's also, like I said, a wind spellcaster, so it triggers. And then for the Link monsters, or sorry, the Fusion monsters, I play 2 Hugin, 1 Gary, and 1 Munin. I play Munin because, again, he's a 3. So him and Babunku make Gossiping Shadow. And the biggest problem this deck has is getting the Runick cards out of the EMZ. So having an Exceed option for all of these except for this one, for both of these, is very powerful. Many of the times I'll like summon him if I have like a random Runick and I want to draw cards, and a Babunku on the field, and make Gossip Shadow. Or I will summon I'll summon the 4 and then use him to make Ryu, because Ryu is generic 2 level 4s. But more than likely, or more times than not, I'll usually end up using Hugin to link into Beyond the Pendulum, because only one of the two monsters needs to be a pendulum monster, so this and any Majespecter is Beyond the Pendulum. So that's going to be a primary way of clearing out your EMZ. So yeah, that's kind of the deck. And then I have a side deck, but it's not good because I haven't really been playing with sides against people, so I'm not going to show it to you. But the major things in the sideboard that I would carry forward are Secret Village and Tornado. I don't main the Secret Village because it really conflicts with the Runick stuff. But sometimes it just wins the game on its own, so you still want to play it. And then I side the Tornado for matchups that banishing is better than destruction. So stuff like Yugioh, stuff like Fire King, I will go ahead and swap out at least one of the Tempests for a Tornado, or both. Called by the Grave should be somewhere in your list this format. This card is just crazy powerful. In this format, you can use it both offensively and defensively. Taking your opponent off of a monster in your graveyard shuts down a lot of what the fire decks want to do. So Called by the Grave should be somewhere in your list this format, no matter what you're playing. I just don't really like where the format's at. I'm a fan of tier 0 formats, as anyone who knows me knows how much I loved Zoo format. Here's my box of Zoo cards. I was a huge fan of Zoo format, and I do enjoy most tier 0 formats that I play in, but at $1,000 for a deck, I'm just priced out of it, and as a lot of other people will be. Which is really unfortunate, because watching the Fire Mirror, it actually looks pretty good and fun, but I don't know, I can't justify spending $1,000 on a deck that I'm going to take to locals. So yeah, that's the deck, plus my little rant about the format. If you're like me and you're just playing something casual, Majespecter is definitely something fun and casual. If you want your friends to hate you, you can add in the Runick cards. If you don't want them to hate you, then just play the regular one. But if you do end up playing the deck, do your absolute best to avoid the mirror match, as it's the most toxic thing on the planet. But yeah, that's it. That's the match. Or that's the deck. Please let me know what you think. Have a great rest of your day.